I'm Malkarnekar. Welcome to our farm. Herzlich willkommen. Guten Tag. Sagle Barren Sat. We are located in the eastern part of Goa at the foothills of the Western Ghats. Yeah, it's a highly biodiverse area. Different insects, birds, butterflies. Very nice to see. So it's a 50-acre plantation. We are organic since origin. Probably the traditional term is agroforestry. People also talk about permaculture or food forests, I think. Coconut, betel nut, there's pepper, there's turmeric. And there's cashew. We do also produce cashew feni, Goa's very own heritage spirit. And there's banana. And then there's a whole lot of other spices, herbs and fruits interspersed, which are mostly for in-house consumption. So we have this beautiful Colocasia variant here, nearly grows by itself. We use the leaves to make a dish called patra, very delicious. And in a similar way, there's a lot of different foods that simply grow and are very delicious and very nutritious. We have also, since about 10 years now, opened up our farm to visitors. We have a couple of cottages. We run this as a farmstay. We have guests coming in from all over the world and all parts of the country. For our guests, it's mostly an opportunity to actually slow down to the rhythm of rural Goa. The farm is a great place to lose yourself in the midst of nature. We have an in-house nature trail here. One of the highlights of the stay here is our natural water swimming pool. It's built on organic principles. It's got a plant-based filtration system, completely chlorine-free. You can stay in for hours, no red eyes. We try to run it as a closed-loop system as far as possible. We have cows who provide us the dung. We have set up a biogas plant. It's a very low-tech solution, beautifully simple and beautifully effective, providing cooking gas for a small household of 5 to 8 people, using the dung of say 3-4 cows. So it's providing us with energy for cooking since 35 years now without any major maintenance. Also, the slurry is again an input for our agricultural system, providing nutrients. We use local techniques for maintaining fertility, for reducing erosion. We do have a heavy monsoon here, so mulching is very important. You'll see a lot of leaf litter lying around. For city people, it may look like we're not cleaning, but this is intentional because all that carbon and all the nutrients need to go back into the soil to maintain the fertility. Our farm has grown actually on a barren piece of land, which my parents purchased in the 80s.
Pflanzen, da waren keine Pflanzen. Das heißt, mal war da keine Wasser, ne? Und da waren ein paar Kokosbäume, also 15, 20, aber die waren kurz vor Sterben.
Es war eigentlich ziemlich karg und ums Haus herum, also wir hatten hier 2 Zimmer und ansonsten war das alles sehr der Sonne ausgesetzt, weil es einfach auch ganz frei war.
So my father was part of an agriculturally oriented project which was helping tribal people and leprosy patients in a far-flung corner of Maharashtra. So he was working with Baba Amte. And my mother was visiting as a volunteer also from Germany, and that's how they met. My father, being an Indian and having an agricultural background, I think was somehow also drawn to the idea of going back to the land, being closer to the source of his food.
Und ich war der Meinung, dass nach westlicher Muster können wir nicht weitergehen, weil das erfordert Unmenge viele Ressourcenverbrauch und das können wir nicht leisten. Nächste Generation, aber die müssen dann leben und wie sie dann weiterkommen werden. Das war der Grundgedanke.
Auch wenn wir eine Ausbildung haben und ein Studium gemacht haben, man kann eigentlich auch auf dem Lande etwas anfangen und die Leute müssen nicht so in Form von Landflucht dann alle in den großen Städten landen.
So it was a slow process of actually replanting, regrowing, and what we see here now is the result of 35 years of very patient efforts. 95 or 98% of what you see around here actually has been planted by them.
Also wir sind wirklich mit unseren Sachen hierher gekommen. Außerdem war hier nicht viel und unsere Kinder fanden das auch gut.
Yeah, it was a great time. A lot of freedom to move around on the property, had our little bicycles, could explore every nook and corner, climb trees, swim in the stream, swim in the river, just like little Mowglis.
Und zunächst war das einfach dieser Farmbetrieb. Wir hatten Kühe, wir hatten auch Wasserbüffel und nach hat sich gezeigt, dass auch gern Freunde hierher gekommen sind, uns besucht haben und dann haben wir das erste Häuschen gebaut und dann noch ein zweites größeres dazu.
It's really much more than your regular guest house. It's a stay in the forest, in a food forest. You get to see how many of your things that you eat are produced. So to some extent we do the farm to fork dining. We serve home-cooked vegetarian food, mostly Goan recipes. We generally serve foods that you would not get in restaurants. So a Goan specialty is Cashew Feni, which is made from the fruit of the cashew, from the cashew apple. We collect the fully ripened fruits and then separate the seeds. The fruit is then stomped to extract the juice. It ferments pretty much by itself, spontaneously, and in our climate here it's a matter of 4 to 5 days to complete the fermentation, and then it's time to distill the spirit. It's a wood-fired copper pot still. Takes about 4 to 5 hours for one cycle of distillation to be completed.
Und Feni in Goa ist Medizin für alles. Im Dorf will ich leben, wenn man Erkältung hat, dann trinkt man ein bisschen Feni oder Körper wehtut oder Muskulaturprobleme, dann reibt man diese Feni auch da und das hilft.
We have actually different versions of the spirit. There's the single distilled or first distilled, which we call Urak, and there's the double distilled Feni, which is better known. And then there's different types of infusions which people traditionally make. We produce a spice infused Feni called Ouro. That's our specialty here at the farm. So we also offer our plantation and its surroundings as a venue for different kinds of retreats. We could imagine hosting researchers, for example, who are looking at the flora and fauna in the Western Ghats. Yeah, I think this plantation and all the options is a little bit like a canvas which has a lot of space still for new ideas to be brought in and to be developed.
Es ist ja auch schön, wenn dein Sohn das nutzen kann und das so vorantreibt, dass es eben auch weitergeht.